It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Alan Lazard from 17 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But certainly not how they envisioned the start to this when you give up the touchdown and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown in the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second down at 4. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go with Chubb on second down. It's a room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Watson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller, because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
But they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, That D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Moore, the man in motion. Jackson on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 46 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. Fights through it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 158 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. They give to Chubb out of the gun. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
24.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here. Gets through, and now an opening. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Allen Lazard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
Hey, middle.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. And Jackson throwing once more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Boy, 208 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Second down, here's Chubb again. He stiff arms him. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got it down to the 28. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime. And
I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Watson now to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
York able to send this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49. Moore, the man in motion.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Chubb will get the call, running left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. York now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
13. Go.
Jackson now. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Report. Let's go. Hey. Let's go.
To throw again is Jackson. Completes it likely.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. In motion is Grant.
Get the boy down, he's coming.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 78 yards.
And the Browns have got it on cruise control. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Handoff comes to Chubb.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A give. This is Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Jackson will throw again.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd and 12, Watson drops it off for Chubb. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nothing like a little power football that they're playing right there on the left side. That was the strong side of the offensive line. They paved the way.
They paved the way. He lowered the shoulder and powered forward to convert. Chubb on first down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last shot for Jackson. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.